Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics, and brought to you by Coca-Cola. When you're stocking up for game day, be sure to grab a Coke with a friend. Together, taste better. Carolina Ford. Ford, built for victory. Built for the Carolinas. Contact your Carolina Ford dealer today. And by Hardison and Cochran, attorneys at law, 919 all fours.
Hello again and welcome to the final Carolina Insider of the 2021 athletic campaign. My name is Jones Angel. Thanks so much for being here with us. And certainly a ton has happened for Carolina athletics over the last 12 months, but these last few weeks in particular have been extraordinarily busy for men's basketball, with Roy Williams electing to retire after a Hall of Fame career, Hubert Davis being announced as the new Tar Heel head coach. Earlier this week, Hubert Davis announced multiple members of his new staff in Chapel Hill, and that is where our focus is going to be today. Adam Lucas and I had an opportunity to speak to those staff members, and we're going to let you see those interviews today. So all of that coming up as we speak to Brad Frederick, Sean May, Jackie Manuel, Jeff Lebo, and Eric Hoots. Plus, we're going to show you some footage from some great Tar Heel victories away from men's basketball from the past several days as well. Stick with us. A lot to do, a bunch of interviews to get to when we return to the Carolina Insider.
We can make that happen, definitely.
This looks great.
We'll bring it and have
Getting through the morning meeting in one piece?
Thanks.
Feels good. Then realizing it's payday. That definitely feels good. All while keeping the kids busy and the clients happy? You're unstoppable. With a Wells Fargo checking account, you can bank without missing a beat.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
If this is your kind of day and this is your kind of truck, then this is your time to buy. During the Built for Spring sales event, get great deals and great offers on the legendary workhorse Ford F-150 and the adventure-ready Ford Ranger. Make the most of your spring in a new Ford, America's best-selling brand. Hurry, it's the Built for Spring sales event. Now, get a 2020 F-150 with up to $10,531 in total savings. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
We can make that happen, definitely.
This looks great.
We'll bring it and have
Getting through the morning meeting in one piece?
Thanks.
Feels good. Then realizing it's payday. That definitely feels good. All while keeping the kids busy and the clients happy? You're unstoppable. With a Wells Fargo checking account, you can bank without missing a beat.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Does your team mean the world to you? Then we're just alike. My team here at Hardison and Cochran means the world to me. And just like you, I have nothing but confidence in my team when it's on the line. If you've been injured at work and facing a blitz from the insurance company, I welcome you to call on me and my team. We have 3 workers' compensation experts ready to put in the game to protect you and your family.
Hardison and Cochran, attorneys at law, here for you. 919 all fours.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo.
Hubert Davis made it very clear that he wanted multiple eras of Carolina basketball represented on his staff. And you can see the newer era in these first 2 interviews that we are going to share with you. In fact, both of these gentlemen were members of the 2005 National Championship team. Adam Lucas and I had a chance to catch up with both Sean May and Jackie Manuel. Let's take a look.
Coach Davis made it really clear he wants Carolina guys on his staff. What difference does that make in doing your job day to day on and off the court?
The thing I love is we're all from different eras of Carolina basketball, and being able to have guys that can talk and speak to what this place means to them and the experiences that they had, especially with recruiting and being able to relay that to the families of the kids that we're going after, it's special and it's different for everybody. Obviously for myself, coming from Indiana and you know, since I stepped foot on this campus, I haven't left, and I don't want to leave, and hopefully they'll keep me around for a long time. But this place is awesome, and we all try to portray that, and I think Coach Davis has done a great job of hiring his staff and people who feel the same way about Carolina.
Sean, of course, you've been a part of Carolina's staff the last several years, but taking an elevated role. How do things change for you now as far as what you're able to do and what you will be doing?
Yeah, so I'm selfish. I want to keep everything. I don't want to give anything away. No, I'll be able to get on the court, which is the most important thing to me. Being able to be with the players. I have a great relationship with our guys. That's been hard for the last 6 years of just having to watch practice and not really be able to say anything or do anything. And coach just told me, be patient. Your time is coming. Continue to work, continue to learn. So I'll continue to do those things. Some of the things that I'll give up, a lot of administrative stuff. So I think Hubert will hire somebody to take on that task. But I'm trying to keep as much on my plate as I can because I love what I do.
Does it hurt your heart when current players know you as Sean May coach and have no idea that Sean May player dominated? And do you have to go to the film room and be like, all right, guys, we're going to watch a little tape?
So the running joke with Coach Williams is, you know, whenever our big guys would struggle with posting up or he wanted to teach them something, he would just say, Sean, get the tape. And so there was a tape of us running a play that back when I played, and I loved it because it was just all me. And so anytime our guys, you know, they don't know that, you know, they don't go back and look and see the things I was able to do. And the tape is really bad as far as clarity, but they get the point. And so that is always a fun moment for me. And I'm just hoping Hubert says, you know, one day during practice, hey, Sean, go get the tape.
How depressing is it that the 2005 tape isn't clear enough anymore? That makes me sad. Sean, also now you can be a recruiter a little bit. How does your experience at Carolina, how does that allow you to more effectively recruit when you're selling North Carolina to potential players?
The thing I always try to, even when kids come to campus, explain to them or tell them is, you know, the way we play, it's our system, and how can you manipulate that system to fit your needs and get what you want out of it? I was a below the rim player. So I wasn't the fastest, I didn't jump the highest, but I found ways to be effective. And a lot of times it's understanding when things are happening and doing them before the ball gets to you. Work early, as you know, we always like to say. So for me, it's easy for me to speak to that. I can speak to what this community brings. This place gave me a home when I was a little lost and didn't know where I was going to go because, you know, I'm from Indiana. I always felt like I was going to go to Indiana. And so I can always speak to, you know, how great this place is, how great the community is, and how great the Carolina basketball family is. So that's the thing I always try to portray to kids.
Jackie, what has this place meant to you? Because, I mean, clearly you've gone and done other things, but you have always kind of found your way back here. What has Chapel Hill and Carolina meant to you?
It's the beginning. This is like, I came here not knowing anything about life, and leaving here and starting the process of being an adult. Meeting my wife here, it's kind of been all that I know. And so it's been an amazing journey, I'll tell you that. And to be back here to kind of complete that journey is a special moment.
Talking to some of the folks with the women's program, they all talked about the connection you made with the current players and the difference you were able to make with them. Yeah. How were you able to establish that kind of connection, and how do you want to do it over here with the men's team?
I just love people. I love the interaction, and most importantly, I know how my journey was, and not knowing anything when I got here and still trying to figure out when I left. And so trying to cut that time in half for them. And give back as much as I can. And it's the same thought process with joining the staff here. Is like, I want these guys to have as much information as they possibly can to just be better people and better adults. You know, you're gonna learn the basketball, but there's things that are also important outside of basketball.
So Coach Davis has been pretty clear that he wants Tar Heels on this staff and Carolina people. How cool is it for you to be working again with guys that you know very well, like Eric Hoots and Sean May and others?
I mean, it's awesome. To be with Hoots again. Never thought I would be working with Sean, and even Hubert. Hubert's somebody that I've looked up to for a long time, and thought he was like just the most amazing person on this earth. And to be working for Hubert and be able to learn from him and just have a good group around you. And sometimes people take that for granted. But once you move around in this business and realize how hard it is to have special people that you're working with, you appreciate and value that.
Jackie, you look like you just stepped off of campus and finished playing at Carolina. Before you go, would you like to tell us your secret on how you're able to stay 22 years old for your entire life?
Think happy thoughts.
Well, it's all happy right now because Jackie Manuel is a part of Carolina basketball again. Jackie, great to see you. Thanks so much for giving us a few minutes and looking forward to the future.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Beneath the towering longleaf pines in the heart of North Carolina is a place as timeless as the game that inspired it. Pinehurst. Golf lives here. Beneath the towering longleaf pines in the heart of North Carolina is a place as timeless as the game that inspired it. Pinehurst. Golf lives here.
We can make that happen, definitely.
This looks great.
We'll bring it and have
Getting through the morning meeting in one piece?
Thanks.
Feels good. Then realizing it's payday. That definitely feels good. All while keeping the kids busy and the clients happy? You're unstoppable. With a Wells Fargo checking account, you can bank without missing a beat.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Does your team mean the world to you? Then we're just alike. My team here at Hardison & Cochran means the world to me. And just like you, I have nothing but confidence in my team when it's on the line. If you've been injured at work and facing a blitz from the insurance company, I welcome you to call on me and my team. We have 3 workers' compensation experts ready to put in the game to protect you and your family.
Hardison & Cochran, attorneys at law, here for you. 919 all fours.
If this is your kind of day and this is your kind of truck, then this is your time to buy. During the Built for Spring sales event, get great deals and great offers on the legendary workhorse Ford F-150 and the adventure-ready Ford Ranger. Make the most of your spring in a new Ford, America's best-selling brand. Hurry, it's the Built for Spring sales event. Now, get a 2020 F-150 with up to $10,531 in total savings. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo.
We have more interviews coming up here on the Carolina Insider, and the next group of gentlemen all have different levels of relationships with Carolina basketball. Jeff Lebo was a terrific player in the Dean Smith era in the mid to late 1980s. Coach Lebo has gone on to a long career in coaching and returns to the bench in Chapel Hill. Brad Frederick was a member of 2 Final Four teams in Chapel Hill in 1997 and 1998. After his playing career was finished, Coach Frederick has been on benches in Vanderbilt and at Carolina. We'll talk to him about that. And then Eric Hoots. Eric did not play at Carolina. He was a manager for Carolina basketball and has been heavily involved in multiple areas, as you'll hear. So let's get to our conversations with Brad Frederick, Jeff Lebo, and Eric Hoots. A member of 2 Final Four teams as a player in Chapel Hill and a member of the Carolina basketball staff, Brad Frederick, joining us here. Brad, it has been a busy couple of weeks. Take us through what's been going on and just all the changes around Carolina basketball.
Sure, yeah, it's been a wild couple weeks. You know, obviously everyone knew that at some point Coach Williams would walk away. You just didn't expect to be that day, you know, and so when he told us, obviously we were all stunned, and then began the process of trying to figure out who the next coach would be. And so for me personally, I knew that I hoped that Hubert Davis would have the opportunity. I've been privileged to be with him for the last 8 years, sit next to him on the bench, have an office next to him, and just see his passion for Carolina. And so when I had an opportunity to express my thoughts to Bubba, I said, you know, I think there's no better guy than Hubert to lead this program going forward. So we just dealt with the whirlwind. Obviously, you know, as you go through a coaching search and our current players, the biggest thing we tried to do is reassure them that no matter what happened, we were going to get a great coach at Carolina.
Coach, take us through the last couple weeks for you and just what this process has been like.
Well, it's been an emotional roller coaster in a lot of areas. You know, obviously starting back with Coach Williams and finding out that he's stepping down, and then the process between there and then Coach Davis getting the job, and then a few days later, I was power washing my porch in Morehead City, and Hubert calls me, and I said, Hubert, what do you want? Because I'm power washing my deck. And he's, well, I need you to stop for a second. So it's been a whirlwind, and it's just an exciting time for me to be able to come back the place that I love so much, and to be able to coach here with Coach Davis, who is just a guy that I've really enjoyed getting to know over the past years. Obviously played with him, but just to be back and be part and be by his side with his great staff.
So of course you've been in the coaching profession for a long time, head coach at multiple stops, including Auburn, East Carolina, Tennessee Tech. What can you bring to this staff, and how can you use some of that past experience to help this staff?
Well, I want to serve any way that they want me to. Whatever Coach Davis needs me to do, I hope I can provide. I've been in this business my whole life. I've been a head coach for 20 years. I've had a lot of different experiences, and that's move from that assistant seat to the head coaching seat is a big one. And I've sat in that seat. I made that move. I want to be able to help in any way that he sees that I can serve him the best, and to be on this staff too, to even help, you know, some of the younger coaches and to learn from them too. I mean, I'm a basketball junkie. I love to learn. I love to change. I love to do different things. I love to study the game, and there are things that hopefully I can bring to Coach Davis and the staff.
So Eric, for folks who don't know you or don't know what your role is, explain a little bit what it is that you do for Carolina.
Sure. I think the easiest way to describe it, Jones, is I handle everything off the court. I do whatever I can behind the scenes to make life easier for all the coaches, whether that be I manage the Nike account, I'm the academic liaison to work with Jen Townsend up on campus, I work with our housing, I handle all the travel, the hotels and the buses on the road, and then a big part, and probably my favorite part, is continue the communication with our former players and making sure that they still feel a part of the family, and if they need anything, they call me and go through me. But the easiest way to say is I handle as much as I can off the court, so the coaches recruit and coach and win games, and that's what I try to do.
I have to imagine you heard from a lot of former players here over the last couple of weeks. What was those conversations like? What was their input like when there was going to be a transition at the head coaching spot?
Yeah, it was hard. I mean, you know, just it was a big roller coaster of emotions. I mean, that first morning when Coach Williams told us that he was retiring and he asked me to call a large group of former players, the first few I couldn't get out. I called Tyler Hansbrough, and I was very emotional. And you just think about, that's what this place is about, is the relationships that you build and that you have, and that everyone cares so much about this place, and everybody cares about the people. And so that was really tough. But then as it got, you know, as the process went on, and talking to all the guys that, you know, applied for the job, and then guys who wanted their input, it was great. And that's what makes this place special, is that everyone does care and everyone wants us to be successful. So it was great to feel that support from all of our former players.
We can make that happen, definitely.
This looks great.
We'll bring it and have
Getting through the morning meeting in one piece?
Thanks.
Feels good. Then realizing it's payday. That definitely feels good. All while keeping the kids busy and the clients happy? You're unstoppable. With a Wells Fargo checking account, you can bank without missing a beat.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
If this is your kind of day and this is your kind of truck, then this is your time to buy. During the Built for Spring sales event, get great deals and great offers on the legendary workhorse Ford F-150 and the adventure-ready Ford Ranger. Make the most of your spring in a new Ford, America's best-selling brand. Hurry, it's the Built for Spring sales event. Now, get a 2020 F-150 with up to $10,531 in total savings. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Beneath the towering longleaf pines, in the heart of North Carolina, is a place as timeless as the game that inspired it. Pinehurst. Golf lives here. Beneath the towering longleaf pines, in the heart of North Carolina, is a place as timeless as the game that inspired it. Pinehurst. Golf lives here.
Your life is more flexible and efficient than ever, and your energy is too. See how North Carolina's electric cooperatives are building a brighter future for the rural communities we serve at ncelectriccooperatives.com/brighter.
Does your team mean the world to you? Then we're just alike. My team here at Hardison and Cochran means the world to me. And just like you, I have nothing but confidence in my team when it's on the line. If you've been injured at work and facing a blitz from the insurance company, I welcome you to call on me and my team. We have 3 workers' compensation experts ready to put in the game to protect you and your family.
Hardison and Cochran, attorneys at law, here for you. 919 all fours.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo.
Of course, with so much basketball news happening lately, it's easy to forget, boy, there's so many other things going on around Chapel Hill. We wanted to show you some highlights of some great Tar Heel wins from the past week.
Miller looks inside, and Jamie Ortega scores again, but not in the starting lineup for the second game in a row. Kerrigan Miller looking in front for Hogue, patiently shoots it past Campbell for 1. Hogue working her way to Cage and scores again.
What opportunities they take to get the ball down the field.
Nice find to the cutting Wareheim. Taylor Wareheim, her second goal of the game. There's the aforementioned Julia Dorsey. Ball comes inside for Hogue. Look at the pinball action for goal number 4. Wurzberger turns and scores. So after backing it up, Caitlin Wurzberger able to score for the first time today. The Cavaliers would have to have 3 or 4 defenses ready to go to try and shut down North Carolina and be able to adjust on the fly. Feed to the cutting Ortega. Give her another one. It's a hat trick for Jimmy Ortega. Down low for the goal. Taylor Wareheimer without shot.
Playing the North Carolina Tar Heels, knowing what they're up against.
And another goal, Jamie Ortega. The North Carolina is doing this, playing the same opponent back-to-back. Ortega, 6th goal. When you talk about depth, it's a deeper midfield unit here for North Carolina. Julia Dorsey is on the fields. Nicole Humphrey as well as the Tar Heels score yet again. Wurzberger, 3 goals already for her. Trying to take it herself and score a 4th. So explosive.
Again, part of the second midfield line that Coach Bresci's been very pleased with, along with Schertzinger there, number 2, with the ball in his cross. Top to Trippy. Gray has a lot of room, and he scores! You know, a lot of talk, and rightfully so, about Syracuse's midfield unit, and for North Carolina, it was all about Chris Gray, but this midfield doesn't have to take a backseat to anybody, as we've seen, and it's 4-0 UNC as Anderson strikes again. Gray now got his defender hung up. He'll look to move quickly, comes up field and scores. McCarthy, he'll look to dodge, now behind the cage. In front, wide open again. On the rebound, McCarthy is there. He forced Porter to make a great kick save to prevent it from getting worse. Now Anderson, Porter makes the initial save, but a great shot. Brian Cameron buries it, and everybody for the Heels getting involved. Tillman, still 15 to shoot. He gets free and scores! Good look to Cook, and he scores! We've gone under 10 minutes in this third quarter. Still that same 8-goal lead. Perry scores! Carolina man up for the next 35 seconds. Great. What a pass! And finished by Trippy.
This pass is ridiculous.
Young man out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Trippy's going to get a look. He'll shoot and score.
Those guys have had fantastic careers.
Herbert, he hopes to have a fantastic career when all is said and done with North Carolina. Scored his first goal as a Heel earlier in this game. Now he's got 2 on his career.
Boy, it was a challenging year for everybody, not just in athletics, and we appreciate you going through this unique season with us on the Carolina Insider. Couple of reminders, we'll still be bringing you lots of Carolina content through different avenues. You can listen to the Carolina Insider podcast. Adam Lucas and I will bring you that. We will have streaming shows throughout the rest of the spring as well. Take a look, goheels.com and other Tar Heel outlets to find that. And we'll see you again here next season after the summer. Hope you have a great couple of months. Looking forward to seeing you again next time on the Carolina Insider.
Carolina Insider is presented by Wells Fargo, official sponsor of Carolina Athletics, and brought to you by Coca-Cola. When you're stocking up for game day, be sure to grab a Coke with a friend. Together, tastes better. Carolina Insider is produced by Go Heels Productions for Tar Heel Sports Properties, a property of Learfield IMG College.